quite hard to describe how you're supposed to feel when you know that you've been inducted and you get blasted with a lot of emotion. Think about the grind that you go through on a daily basis that this game demands of you.
Fly ball into left. Coming in is Briley. He's calling for it. He's got it. And the Marlins have won it 6-5.
Oh, yeah. Strike three call, and that's the ball game. Coming on, and Trevor Hoffman has his 300th career save.
2 strikes again to Russell Martin. 500 saves for Trevor Hoffman. On the ground, Counsell. And there it is! Trevor Hoffman! A milestone number 600!
Hall of Fame Induction Day is finally here. Not only are the fans in Cooperstown, but they're right here at Petco Park celebrating Trevor Hoffman's induction into the Baseball Hall of Fame. What a day it is. We welcome you to Game 3 of a 3-game series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Padres baseball on this very special day. Trevor Hoffman has made his speech today, and one thing we know about Trevor is today he's inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. It's all about teammates for him and his teammates during the course of his career. The National Baseball Hall of Fame induction ceremony is airing live on MLB Network and MLB.com.
My teammates, batting average, ERA, OPS, and all the other numbers of the game. There's no statistic that can quantify what you mean to me. But there is a word, and it's chemistry. Chemistry is what I strive for every year I played. I define chemistry as you leave your ego at the door, be unselfish, trust one another, overcome odds, and always try and find fun in the game. I have absolutely been overwhelmed by all my teammates' support. All those here in attendance today, would you please stand and be recognized?
And again, the induction ceremony airing live on MLB Network and MLB.com. We welcome in Mark Grant. And Mark, really no surprise that he talked about his teammates today, and what a great speech it was.
It's great. It was a very emotional speech, and Trevor said all the right things. And the one thing that I listened to, Trevor's very humble, and he's always deflecting and giving credit and love to all the other people. I would be betting that the word "I" was not mentioned in that speech quite a bit because of all the people that was influential in his career and in his life. He said all the right things, and it's the one Trevor Hoffman that we all know and what he's meant to the city of San Diego on and off the field to all of us, young people, older people. We're just very, very blessed that he wore a Padre uniform for a long, long time, and now that he's a Padre Hall of Famer in the National Baseball Hall of Fame. So kudos, congratulations to the Hoffman family.
A great day for Padres fans, great day for Trevor Hoffman. We'll be talking Trevor all day as we get ready for Game 3. Coming up, teammates salute Trevor Hoffman on his special day next from Cooperstown. We'll hear from some of his great teammates over the years after this.
You know, Bob Costas talked a little bit about St. Louis being a pretty cool baseball town today. I beg to differ a little bit on being able to bring the heart of San Diego here with us tonight. And that goes for all the family and friends and Padre organization that's here tonight. Teammates, I can't begin to tell you how proud I am to be associated with you all, how honored I am with your presence, and all your love and support.
And you just saw a video of Trevor Hoffman's Hall of Fame party in Cooperstown last night, and he, of course, today was enshrined into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. So many people there to celebrate with him, friends, family, and former teammates. Here's what a few of them had to say about their Hall of Fame friend.
You know, we're happy that he's going in as a Hall of Famer, but he's a Hall of Fame husband, dad, and person, too. And that's the part that everyone doesn't get to see. So, you know, it's just one of those things that, you know, we get to enjoy all of it. We get to see him, like I said, he's more normal, maybe more normal than all, we are. I mean, he does some crazy stuff, and we have fun. Like I said, Hoppy's one of the best people you ever meet. You know, well-deserved to him and his family.
It's like it happened yesterday, right? I mean, Trevor was such a big part of the Padres, such a big part of the 98 team. We love him. We couldn't be more excited about his achievements and what this weekend means to him, and we're just we're thrilled to be a part of it. We can't wait for Trevor to get up there and get into the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, a lot of guys, a lot of 98 guys, a lot of good friends that, you know, we thank him every day for allowing us to come up here and party.
That's the word that stands out the most, is teammate. I mean, as we all know, Trevor, he's awesome wherever he goes. We love hanging out with him, both seen him go up to the mound with this song right here and out in the golf course and wherever we're hanging with him. You know, it's been fun watching the videos of him up there talking about himself and going in, and the atmosphere seems like a playoff atmosphere here. I mean, the buzz, for all the guys going in, it's just, I've never been to this, so this is really cool for me.
Truly a special day for everyone in Cooperstown and everyone here in Petco Park and San Diego as well. Well, when we return, we will join the military ceremonies happening on the field here at Petco Park on this beautiful Military Sunday.
Down to field level, where Military Sunday ceremonies are taking place as they do every Sunday in San Diego.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Padres are proud to continue our long-standing tradition as the team for the United States military. Today, we honor members of the United States Army and Army National Guard. On the baselines, please welcome the men and women from various Army units in Southern California. That include the U.S. Army National Training Center, Fort Irwin, California. The U.S. Army Southern California Recruiting Battalion. The U.S. Army ROTC unit at San Diego State University. The California Army National Guard. And the newest members of the U.S. Army. Being the finest land force in history, the United States Army combines active duty soldiers with 2 reserve elements, the Army Reserves and the Army National Guard. Combined, these noble individuals are tasked with one mission: to fight and win our nation's wars. Please join us in saluting and thanking these men and women for their bravery and honorable service. At this time, we'd like to ask all fans to please rise and remove your caps as our veterans in the crowd salute the flag. Presenting our nation's colors today, the United States Army San Diego Recruiting Company Color Guard. Next, from the U.S. Army Training Center, Fort Irwin, California, please welcome Specialist Dana Clark. Please sing along as she presents the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Cadillac. Visit your San Diego Cadillac dealers today. By USAA, official military appreciation partner of the San Diego Padres. And by Sequan Casino, opening in 2019 as Sequan's brand new 300-room resort and hotel. It's the Padres and the Diamondbacks, but before we get it started, let's send it down to Annie Halbron.
Thank you so much, Don. Well, you know, every homestand, this Padres team has a sushi night in the clubhouse after one of their games. And players told me today that they love when Trevor Hoffman is here for that because they just sit around and listen to him tell stories for hours on end. That's one of the many reasons they cherish Trevor Hoffman. Here are a few more from the players' words.
Trevor's good a human being as I've ever been around, invested in everybody he sees, wants this place to be great, puts his sweat equity into it to make it better than it would be without him. He gives a model to guys of what it's supposed to look like, and yeah, he'll come in the clubhouse after wins, after losses, and just seeing him around, it's something I think that really guys thrive off of.
Trevor helped me a lot in spring training with my changeup. Just getting to be able to talk with him, pick the brain of a Hall of Famer. I mean, you don't get to do that every day. So, I mean, just as open as he is with us in the clubhouse, and he always makes himself available, so that's awesome.
When he shows up in the clubhouse, it's just a different kind of presence. It's just like, man, like that's Trevor Hoffman. That's when he comes to work. He comes to, whether he's not even playing anymore, he's getting guys better. He's talking to guys about mentality, about pitching, about the way the game should be played, and it's special. It's special to be around him.
He's someone we can always talk to, bounce something off of. He's taught us all little nuances that we can take and use as part of our game. There's things that I've taken from what he's told us in spring training and throughout the season that have kept us going and kept us on that right track.
And today in the clubhouse, a flag was hung, number 51, in honor of Trevor Hoffman. Don, back over to you.
All right, Danny, thanks very much. And that has been hung here at Petco Park since the numbers have been retired here in San Diego. And it is so great to see the flags here as well during this induction ceremony weekend throughout Petco Park, the number 51. Everywhere around this ballpark.
Forever enshrined in the National Baseball Hall of Fame, his plaque, which is unbelievable when you get right down to it. You don't even have to be a baseball fan to really appreciate what that means, and all the greats plaques that hang in Cooperstown, and Trevor will join them. It was awesome.
Well, now it's time for our military take the field presented by USAA. Today we welcome 9 representatives from the United States Army and California National Guard. Part of every Sunday here in San Diego at Petco Park. Players thanking the men and women every Sunday here as they come together for the final game here of this 3-game series.
It's always a great moment hearing the Star-Spangled Banner before each game, but how about today when personnel from the United States Army lined up on the foul lines, Old Glory, flapping in the wind. It was just a great sight, and the players appreciate it as well.
Well, it's time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny Honda dealers of San Diego County. 84 degrees, southwest breeze at 8 miles per hour. Forecast is fair. Very few clouds in the air as we start things here at Petco Park. Don Orsillo, Mark Grant, and Annie Halbron with you for the 3rd and final game of this series with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Let's check out the Diamondbacks starting lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Ford dealers. David Peralta is going to lead it off in left field with Ketel Marte at second base, Paul Goldschmidt at first, A.J. Pollock in center, Steven Souza Jr. in right field. Nick Ahmed, who started game 1, starts game 3. He's at short with Chris Owings at third base. John Ryan Murphy catching the day game after the night game. And Clay Buchholz on the mound today for the Arizona Diamondbacks, batting out of the 9 spot. On the hill for the Padres is Joey Lucchesi.
And the 25-year-old making his 16th start. He got a W last time out against the Mets, 5 1/3. He did not walk a batter, struck out 6. Strike 1 is so key, and then expand that zone with the curve. He can get away with that pitch up in the zone and down in the zone. Hopefully quick innings. Not a lot of work when he's out there for Joey Lucchesi.
Beautiful day for baseball as the Padres trying to salvage the final game of the series.
Take a look at the defense. Strapping on the gear this afternoon, A.J. Ellis. 6th start as catcher in July for the veteran. He is looking out at third base, seeing Christian Villanueva. At shortstop, Freddie Galvis. Second base, Carlos Asuaje. At first base, Gold Glover Eric Hosmer. In the outfield, left to right, Myers, Margot, and Jankowski.
Now Joey Lucchesi ready to work here with David Peralta standing in on the left side. And we're ready for day baseball today in San Diego. Padres and Diamondbacks. And here's the first pitch of the day. It's outside for ball one, and we are underway. David Peralta starting the day hitting at .286. 16 homers and 53 runs batted in. Looked like a pretty good pitch.
Well, Joey Lucchesi has had 2 games to watch these Diamondbacks firsthand, scout them, video and from the dugout. And you're right, it looks like he did get squeezed on that last pitch. I'll tell you what, though, if he consistently peppers that down in the zone like that, he should eventually get that call.
Two and one here to Peralta with Ketel Marte waiting on deck, and Joey Lucchesi trying to go deeper into this game. That's been one of the issues for Joey this year, has been going deeply into games.
He's only thrown over 100 pitches one time.
Down to right side to second base. Swahe on to first for out number 1. So Peralta retired 4-3, 1 away.
That one time was at Arizona back on April 22nd. He threw 103 pitches. But he's good anywhere from 80 to 90 the last 4 starts.
One down brings up Ketel Marte.
I'd like to see Joey be aggressive in the zone. Almost having the attitude like, you know what, I'm going to throw it over the plate, be aggressive. Let's see what you can do with it, and then adjust accordingly.
Lucchesi allowed 2 earned runs in 5 1/3 innings. Got the win for the Padres 3-2 against the Mets on Monday. He is 2-2 with a 2.28 ERA and 5 starts since returning from the DL with the strained hip. Missing to Marte and falling behind here 2-0. 2 starts so against the Diamondbacks. He's not won this year. 0-2. A 5.23 ERA against Arizona.
A good test as well for Lucchesi, a team that's in the race, getting down to the last 2 months of the season.
Line down the left field line, foul.
Strike 1.
The Diamondbacks have won 6 of 9 games against the Padres this year in the season series. And you're right, Torey Lovullo's team in the hunt right now in the National League West, game and a half back of the Dodgers to begin the day. That's in there for strike 2.
Let's keep an eye on the velocity also today from Joe Lucchesi. He's not going to light up the radar guns, 91, 92, but it's all about location for Lucchesi. You can do so many things with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball and still be successful.
Full count now. Paul Goldschmidt waiting on deck. Goldschmidt has been batting second in the series, but he drops to third for today's finale.
Marte jumping around the lineup, batting 6th the last 2 times out. Now getting a first inning AB.
Fouls it off, stays alive. Yeah, a lot of movement in this Arizona lineup day to day. From the top spot on through.
Only left-hander, you know, you got the switch hitter Marte, which is in the box right now, but Peralta, the only left-hander. Everybody else at right for Torey Lovullo.
Diamondbacks coming in 58 and 48, 10 games over 500. And of course, they've won the first 2 games of this series. Popped up foul, backhand out of play.
And you know what's amazing? This is the numbers game that sometimes I just don't quite get. Left-handers off of Joey Lucchesi hitting 281. Righties hitting 219, but yet there's a lot of managers out there that just are ingrained that we got to go righty against lefty.
Right. Regardless of the numbers.
Right.
Well, 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here for Ketel Marte. And it's high for ball 4. 1-out walk for Marte. Well, certainly one of the reasons that Joey Lucchesi's not been able to go deeply into games, number of pitches thrown early in his outings. It seems like he gets ahead of guys, but has trouble putting guys away. And you get into that 5th inning situation, you get all these pitches thrown.
You make a good point. Getting ahead with 2 strikes, then you go 1-2, you try to nibble. Next thing you know, it's a full count, foul ball, foul ball. He did not walk a batter last time out. He struck out 6, but still only 5 1/3.
1 out, 1 on. Paul Goldschmidt lines this foul down the left field line into the seats.
Interesting to see an at-bat like this, quickly ahead of Goldschmidt, 0-1. If he gets 0-2, how he goes about trying to put him away. But then once again, Goldschmidt is one heck of a hitter. He can work a count.
In the air to left field, it is hit deep and far, and that ball is gone off the facade of the Western Metal Supply Company building. A 2-run shot for Paul Goldschmidt, and a quick 2-0 advantage for the Diamondbacks. A walk and a blast happened quickly here for the D-backs.
And that's why you have Paul Goldschmidt come up to the plate, bat him third, because in the first inning, this is what he can do. Talk about glove side command, Joey Lucchesi at 91. Well, Goldschmidt, he's a good hitter, foul pole to foul pole. And he got his hands in. That was on the inside corner, literally on the inside corner home plate, and he kept it fair for the 2-run shot.
Here's A.J. Pollock batting out of the cleanup spot now. The Diamondbacks jumping on top here in the first inning. Off balance cut right there, fooled. 13 home runs for the Diamondbacks center fielder. 42 runs driven in. And a 290 average coming in. Drops in there for strike 2.
Perfect example we were just talking about, Don. 0-2, quickly ahead, right? You got to bounce back after the home run. Let's see if he can put away A.J. Pollock here.
This will skip in, and it's 1-2. Casey coming in individually at 5-5 into this outing today. 3.34 earned run average, 16th start of the year for the left-hander. A.J. Ellis. Looks like he's going to change up here. 1-2 pitch with the churve. Line down the left field line, foul. Caught by a fan down there. Brought a glove today. Nice catch. Oh, and 2 strikes to Pollock with Steven Souza Jr. waiting on deck here for the D-backs in the first inning.
Trying to bury that fastball in off the plate for a strike as well, so then you can maybe pepper something down and away. Remember, he had him 0-2. Had him 0-2 this at bat.
Strike 3 call, and Lucchesi does get Pollock. First strikeout for Lucchesi, 2 down.
Glove side heater at 91 from Joey. A.J. Ellis sets up, watch the glove, splits that corner. Perfect pitch. That's a good way to bounce back after the 2-run shot.
2 down, 2 runs in, and here is Steven Souza Jr., the right fielder. Jumping ahead again, here's Lucchesi. Caesar with 1 home run so far this year. 12 RBIs coming over from the Tampa Bay Rays. First year here in a Diamondbacks uniform. Part of a contingent of players they put together to kind of replace J.D. Martinez, as he does go around, says Pat Hoberg, first base umpire. Well, after coming off the DL, very good last 12 games, a .372 average with 7 extra base hits. Last year in Tampa Bay, hit 30 home runs in his final year in a Rays uniform. Swing and a miss, and Lucchesi strikes him out as he elevated. A 2-run shot for Goldschmidt, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Paul Goldschmidt gets on to the bottom of the first, and time to check out the Padres starting lineup, brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Travis Jankowski leading it off with Manuel Margot in center field, Will Myers in left, Eric Hosmer's at first base in the cleanup spot with Christian Villanueva at third base, Freddie Galvis at shortstop, Carlos Asuaje at second base, A.J. Ellis does the catching, batting eighth, and Joey Lucchesi out of the 9 spot for the Padres. On the hill is Clay Buchholz today for the D-backs.
33-year-old making his 9th start as a Snake. He throws everything, and when I say everything, everything. 6-pitch pitcher. He's got great confidence. He's on quite a roll. Opponent's only hitting .216 off of Buchholz. And his whip, .92. So not a lot out of the stretch.
Well, the author of a no-hitter while in a Red Sox uniform against a very good Baltimore Orioles lineup.
Then I was going to ask you, you probably know him watching him pitch for so many years as a Red Sox. Is there one trait or one certain thing that sticks out to you about Clay Buchholz?
Throws everything well, but to me the curveball is the best thing he has. When he's got it going, it's that real 12-6 curveball. And as I mentioned, I had the chance to call his no-hitter against the Orioles. And that team was, at the time, pretty well stacked. 1-1 pitch from Buchholz. Swing and a miss. Off balance was Jankowski.
There's that curveball right there we just saw.
Time in Philadelphia between joining the Diamondbacks. And this marks his 9th start. Good numbers for him. 2.38 ERA.
Yeah, keeps the ball in the yard as well. Only 5 home runs given up. We got squeezed on that one. That's a darn good pitch.
1 earned run allowed in 6 2/3 in a Diamondbacks win in Chicago in his last start. And that was a very good pitch. 2-2 pitch. And Jankowski strikes out.
That looked like a split-fingered fastball. Call it a changeup, call it a split, call it a swing and miss. Let's check out the grip. Yeah, it's a changeup. Very nice. Signed as a minor league free agent on May 4th. Clay Buchholz. Quite a find for Toy Lovello and the Snakes.
Got a relationship, of course, with Torrey in the past. Torrey was a bench coach in Boston, so he had the chance to watch Clay Buchholz on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Largely the reason that they brought Buchholz in. And Wilmar Go will pop it up right side. Paul Goldschmidt steps into foul ground with the glasses on, makes the catch. 2 down.
Check out the defense behind Clay Buchholz. We saw Goldie over there at first base catching that one. Their defense is brought to you by Cadillac. Nick Ahmed, 985 fielding percentage, second among NL shortstops. Second base, Ketel Marte. Chris Owings at third. John Ryan Murphy behind the plate in the outfield, left to right. Peralta, Pollock, and Souza for the Diamondbacks.
So 2 down here in the bottom of the first inning. Brings up Will Myers. Strike over the inside corner. Now Myers at 286 coming in. 9 homers and 28 runs batted in. Line and into left field, out of the reach of Nick Ahmed. The shortstop and Myers aboard with 2 down here in the first inning. First hit of the day for the Padres.
Little slider up, and with that wingspan of Will Myers, he can get to some pitches that are outside. Front foot is down, hands are back, and he laces this ball to the pull side. And there goes the no-hitter.
2 down, Myers at first, and it brings up Eric Hosmer. Haas at 246 with 10 homers and 42 runs batted in.
Oh, it's Haas? You guys are that tight?
Yeah, we are.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we're very close. On the ground, couple of hops to Marte. He'll flip the second for the force out. That ends the first inning. Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead after 1. Honda dealers.
All right, on this Sunday, Military Sunday at Petco Park, the keys of the game with Joey Lucchese out there look something like this. Ring Buchholz's bell. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question after the second key. Make like Trevor in the 9th. What's the theme here, Donnie?
I would say Trevor Hoffman.
There you go.
Yeah.
You're coachable.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all about Trevor Hoffman today, and hopefully the Padres can make number 51 proud with a victory.
Very tough to figure that out, as Nick Ahmed leads it off here for the Diamondbacks. Ahmed, Owings, and Murphy scheduled to bat here in the inning against Lucchese. Struck out 2 in the first, but allowed a 2-run home run to Goldschmidt. Grounder to third, right at the lip of the grass. Villanueva takes care of business. 4 out, number 1.
Great speech by Trevor, wasn't it?
It was tremendous.
Covered a lot, and I knew he would go the teammate route, and he did.
That's great.
One down here in the second brings up Chris Owings.
I can't wait to see the statue that's going to be erected here at Petco Park. I understand it's going to be out towards left center field beyond the bullpen. And I know this has been brought up before, but this is just the way my mind works. I would love if the Padres or whoever would call that Area 51.
That'd be pretty cool.
In honor of Trevor.
I wonder if they'd consider naming the bullpen.
That'd be a great idea as well.
Yeah. Saves leader in the National League.
Yep.
All time. One to Owings. Line and caught at third by Villanueva. He's been busy here in this second inning.
Well, Donnie, that's why they call it the hot corner. With a lefty out there, a righty at the plate, you get something soft, pull side, heads up. Hot potato coming right at you.
Now 2 down in the second brings up John Ryan Murphy. .223, 9 homers, 24 runs batted in.
Aren't the 2 reliever of the year award named after Mariano Rivera and Trevor Hoffman for the American National League, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's only appropriate.
Four in a row retired by Luke Casey. 2 outs here in the second, and John Ryan Murphy catching the day game after the night game. So Jeff Mathis catch the first 2 games of the series. 1 and 2.
That's where Lucchesi has to be in put away mode here.
Good pitch. That's strike 3. Third strikeout for Lucchesi. A 1-2-3 second inning. A 2-0 Diamondbacks lead.
Second inning at Petco Park, And some quick transaction news for you guys today. The Padres optioned Franmil Reyes down to AAA El Paso, and they activated Jordan Lyles from the 10-day disabled list. So Lyles has been dealing with that forearm injury. They wanted him to make another rehab start, but because Luis Perdomo was put on the 10-day disabled list, now they are looking at him to possibly and probably join the rotation a little earlier than expected. And Don Mudd, with the upcoming trade deadline, we'll see if there are any other shakeups. The Padres do have some off days coming up, so they've got some options with this rotation, but there may be some changes happening here in the future.
It very well could be, Annie, always that time of year, and I know that it is an uneasy time of year for a lot of guys in the clubhouses. Really both sides. I mean, you really don't know. I mean, even Arizona's still looking to make some moves perhaps, and some guys that are on their roster kind of wondering whether they're going to be here after the deadline comes and goes.
Always part of the gig. Players know that. And just when you think that the rumors are flying your club that you root for is going to make a move, the deadline comes and goes, nothing happens. And then on the other side, it's kind of quiet, and then next thing you know, 3 guys are on the move. So stay tuned to that one.
You got the waiver wire deals that come through afterwards, which are always possible. Villanueva leading it off here, and swing and a miss, evens account at 1-1. I would find that very, I don't know, I'm not big on.
It's kind of uneasy.
It's got to be.
It is.
Very uncomfortable. I mean, and to kind of focus on your job and playing the game while you know discussions are going on.
We were back in '89, I think it was. We were just about to go on a road trip to the Midwest, Chicago, St. Louis. And I get on the bus at Jack Murphy Stadium, players bus, and Gary Templeton's sitting in the front seat because my name had been thrown around for middle relief of Cardinals. And I get on the bus, and Tempe looks at me right in the eye, and he goes, "Did you pack your stuff?" And he didn't use the word stuff because, you know, it was that time of the year where guys were on the move.
2-2 is lined down the left field line, foul. Check back in with Annie.
Yeah, guys, you know, I talked to Tyson Ross after his start last night, and he said he wants to stay in San Diego, but, you know, he understands that these guys are trade chips and that they may have to move from place to place. But he was asked if it's flattering at all that he's even in the talks for being traded, and he said, yeah, of course. You know, last year at this time, coming off that thoracic outlet surgery, no one wanted me. And here, teams may be vying for him. So he made sure to mention that, of course, he would love to stay in San Diego, and he said that no one really talks to him about trade talks, but he said his whole family texts and emails stuff to his wife, Ashley. And he said that riles her up, and of course they start thinking about things. So, you know, you always think about the player, but of course the family too is trying to figure out what they're doing. So it's just a very interesting time for them.
That's a huge part of it too. I mean, you think about some of these guys who then get traded. Okay, so let's say they get traded like today or tomorrow. Now you all of a sudden get a pickup, join that team wherever they are, and your family's going to go too, but they got to wrap stuff up here. I mean, it is quite a thing, and it really is an impactful thing for the families.
You really get good at packing boxes.
This one knocked down, I think, by the leg. Buchholz stays with it and throws out Villanueva. They are going to come out and check on Buchholz as Lamello and the trainer make their way out. I think it got him in the leg, not sure. Says he's okay, but we'll see.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where you want to go out and just have a chat and see what happened so quickly there. Nice rebound by Buchholz to get the out. Kind of tough to tell from that angle there.
Yeah, I couldn't see anything.
Yeah. But seems to be fine. Let's check this out. Off the glove, it looked like, didn't it?
I was gonna say foot, so we're both.
Really?
We're
Seriously?
both.
That one looked like he got it off the glove because he kind of looked at his glove.
We're both ends of the spectrum here. We're breaking it down. Not sure. There we go. There we go.
Watch, he kind of looks at his glove a little bit right there.
Might have been partial glove. I think partial glove.
Partial glove is the name of my new band.
It is. You changed band names again.
Yeah.
It's like the 14th time in the last 2 weeks. I think your band stinks, by the way. If the band was any good, you'd keep the same
Give us a
name.
try. Just give us a few sets and then make up your mind.
Okay. Freddie Galvis will take a strike over the outside corner. 240, 5 homers, 40 runs driven in. He played behind Clay Buchholz when Buchholz was pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies, 2 former teammates. And Galvis grounds it foul outside of first. What instrument do you play? The triangle?
Flugelhorn.
Cowbell?
The triangle.
1-2. 2-2.
If you played an instrument, what would you play?
Electric guitar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stratocaster.
Yeah.
Fender.
Yeah.
No Stairway to Heaven, though.
Bouncing in, full count.
No, Buchholz quite the addition to this rotation, especially with the Diamondbacks being in the hunt. And will they be making a move? You know, they got the best bullpen in the National League.
Yep.
Will they be getting another bat? Will they be getting maybe a starter? Who knows?
Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out. Second strikeout for Buchholz. 2 down here in the second inning. It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
Love it.
Love trivia.
Love trivia.
Name 3 of the 5 original members inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1936. Tweet us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia. 2 down in the second inning for Carlos Asuaje, starting at second base. And we're seeing more and more teams do this, shift on Asuaje on the right side of the infield, as the Diamondbacks do here today.
3 heavy on the right side.
This one bounces in, largely the reason. StatCast. Let's take a look at the StatCast AI powered by AWS.
Very nice on the right side. 34% is covered by Marte. 28% by Goldie over there at first base.
(2-0) to Asuaje. Foul that back to the screen. 2-1. Beautiful day today in San Diego. Third and final game of this 3-game series against the Diamondbacks. Lots of blue sky, lots of sunshine.
Isn't it absolutely gorgeous?
Every day here, though, in San Diego is a lot like the day before.
And sitting here next to you makes it even that much better.
2-1 pitch is going to drop in there. Strike 2. 2-2.
Even though I annoy you, I enjoy your presence. Don Orsillo has come out, ladies and gentlemen, and dubbed me
the world's most annoying man.
It's out there.
I said it out loud. 2-2 is fouled back. I took a picture of you today that I'm going to show people. This picture is of the world's most annoying man. There he is.
With my frog.
The world's most annoying man.
From top to bottom.
Top to bottom. Nose to toes. This one is fouled off. But I enjoy sitting next to you too here in San Diego.
It's a slice of heaven.
It is, yes. Center fielder A.J. Pollock over towards left center. Somewhat of a gap in right center field.
You know what Buchholz does so well with the way the outfield is positioned? You know, he can pepper pitches away. Guys tried to pull that ball. That's why you get the weak ground ball on the right side with 3 infielders. And then the outfield, if you try to elevate that ball, it's tough to pull. So that's why the outfield is playing the opposite way on a pitch possibly up and away to a left-handed hitter. See, like there, tried to pull it.
Into the shift, Ahmed will throw on the run and in time to get a Swahe. An 8-pitch at bat, though. 2-0 D-backs.
Be more concerned with your character than your reputation. Your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. John Wooden. My kids never cared how many saves I had. They just want to know I love them. It's not about who the world says I am, it's about who I am to my kids. Now, don't get me wrong, if I didn't do my job and they didn't get to go in the clubhouse, they cared.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sure is. You know what Trevor did, and it was great because those boys of his, Brody, Wyatt, and Quinn, they looked so everybody looks forward to wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's when Dad allowed them to come to the clubhouse. You respect, like a lot of players respect the game, and you learn that through playing. But you know, you respect the wins, you respect the losses because you know it's short-lived, right? Mm-hmm. So the boys really appreciated when they won because they would appreciate a win, and then if it was a loss, they weren't allowed to, right? So you respect that, and that's what Trevor taught them. And I think that's really, really cool that everybody could learn.
Tony Gwynn Jr. talks about going in the clubhouse afterwards, and my understanding was they were not allowed in the clubhouse unless there was a win. Is
Correct.
that true?
That's what I had heard.
That's the deal,
yeah,
right?
That's what I had heard, yes.
Because he went to so many games he would talk about as a kid, but not allowed in unless you win.
Yeah. And the one thing about Trevor, too, I've said this many times, but whether it was a save, whether it was a blown save, which was very, very few, he would have the same routine to where he'd sit on the bench and reflect on his outing. Mm-hmm. And you would look. You'd look at him, and you couldn't tell whether it was a blown save or a save.
That's a mentality you have to have,
yeah.
really, as a good closer.
Never kicked a rosin bag in disgust, never threw his glove in disgust, never threw his cap. How many times have we seen closers or relievers go into the dugout and just lose it? Mm-hmm. Take it back to the water cooler. Never saw 51 do that, ever. You know what that to me is? Confidence in your ability. Because I might have not been successful this time, but next time, watch out. It was a fluke. Next time, I'm going to get you.
2 down here in the third, and here is Ketel Marte. Oh, Casey, since allowing the 2-run home run to Paul Goldschmidt, has looked terrific.
Quite an adjustment. We saw Tyson Ross making an adjustment yesterday after that rough hitting.
Retired 7 in a row, 3 by way of the K. Popped up foul off to the right and out of play. Now Marte, who moved over to shortstop by game's end last night for the Diamondbacks, has that versatility. Plays short, plays second. Played short on a regular basis with the Seattle Mariners. And Nick Ahmed, who gets most the nods at shortstop for Torey Lovullo. At shortstop today for the D-backs. That one to the backstop. Sometimes you got to throw to the bull. 2-2.
I want you to hit the bull. What? Trust me, I want you to hit the bull. Okay.
Finally throwing it right.
I don't think he was breathing through his eyelids right there on that last pitch.
Down the right field line, out of play. Do it again, 2-2. Marte had a lengthy at bat first time up and worked a walk against Luke Casey. Now the battle is on again here with 2 down in the third.
See if he drops the curve on him here. Down and in is the area. You'll get a lot of swings and misses.
Marte in his first at bat had seen 8 pitches. So far a 6-pitch at bat. Pitch 7 coming up for the Diamondbacks second baseman. Check swing on a ball in the dirt. He's walked again. He breaks up a string of 8 in a row. Retired by Luke Casey.
Manage your dream team in franchise mode. Plus get weekly stats, roster updates, and much, much more. RBI Baseball 18 is available right now. Learn more at rbigame.com. Rated E for everyone.
So 2 down, Marte at first, and Paul Goldschmidt standing in. A 2-run shot in the first inning. Home run number 23 of the year for Goldschmidt. RBIs 57 and 58. Now he bats again with Marte just walking. Throw over there. And Marte back to the bag, diving to the outfield side of first. Fouled off, back by the backstop, 0-1. Slow start to begin the year for Goldschmidt, but he has turned it around in a big way since mid-May. And against lefties this year, hitting at .306. He's done well against Luke Casey as well. 2 singles, a double, a home run. Throw over again.
I know I've said this before, but it's worth mentioning again. If I were a young right-handed hitter, I would watch video and video and more video of Buster Posey and this kid right here, Paul Goldschmidt. They do such a good job of covering the plate. Their swings are adjusted to counts, situations, to where they can do damage. Would you agree, Donnie?
Yeah, I would. Both guys very good at that, and I think that's one thing we've talked a lot about is there are not a lot of guys changing their swings now.
No.
Even with 2 strikes, which is amazing to me.
And it's frustrating to watch.
Yeah. Don't change your swing, you end up striking out instead of just making contact, sending it somewhere, shorten up.
Not like in this situation. Paul Goldschmidt, everybody loves the 2-run shot. It was evident in the first inning when he did that. But you know what Paul Goldschmidt is thinking with 2 strikes? He will gladly dump something down that right field line and first and third the Padres rather than trying to yank a ball that's down and away for an extra base hit or trying to hit a home run. He will adjust his swing accordingly.
This one squibbed back towards the mound. Casey, lots of spin on it, picks it up and flips to first for the out that ends the inning. 2.5 done, 2-0 Diamondbacks. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Sean Newcomb of the Atlanta Braves with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the 9th inning. Had a no-hitter going, but Chris Taylor breaks it up for the LA Dodgers, and the no-hit bid goes by the board. But pretty impressive today for Sean Newcomb, lifted after giving up that hit. Flirting with history today in Atlanta.
The kid knows how to pitch, and that's a good day in the big leagues for Sean Newcomb.
A.J. Ellis leading it off here for the Padres.
Once again, against a darn good team. You mentioned Buchholz beating the Orioles at the time, which are a very good team. Those Dodgers, very good team as well.
Final out of that Clay Buchholz no-hitter was against now an Atlanta Brave. Nick Markakis on a curveball completed the no-hitter. 1-1 down the right field line, and that ball is going to get in. A fair ball. Souza over to play it. To second base goes A.J. Ellis with a stand-up double to begin things here in the 3rd inning. Second hit of the day for the Padres.
Well, the backup catcher for the Padres, A.J. Ellis, is not swinging the bat like he's a backup, taking advantage of every opportunity, getting a start, and perfect example of using the whole field, and that ball lands just fair for the double. Sees a lot of pitches when he's at the plate, almost 4.5 pitches per plate appearance for A.J.
Leadoff double here in the 3rd inning, his 6th of the year. Expecting a bunt from Lucchesi, crashing from the corners. And he drops one down. Good one down the 3rd base line. Murphy fires to first for the out. Sacrifice is complete. Time now for our answer to the Valley View Casino trivia question. Name the 3 of 5 original members inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame, 1936.
Ruth, Speaker, Johnson.
We got Cobb, Johnson, Christy Matheson, Hannes Wagner, and Babe Ruth.
Nice.
It's a pretty good group of guys, though, nevertheless.
By the way, A.J. Ellis did not go to 3rd base.
No,
on
he
that
did
bunt.
not. Not sure why. Especially when it was bunted down the 3rd baseline. Here's Buchholz on this bunt. Throwing to first base, and it is going to be an out at first base. Now he's calling him safe and sending the runner back to second. No, the home plate umpire called him out. Brian Knight called him out.
Because he ran inside the line?
Ran inside the line is my guess.
Or was there interference at the plate somehow?
One or the other, because he pointed towards the plate when he made the out call. Brian Knight, the home plate umpire, made the call, and Andy Green out there arguing with him now. They will send Ellis back to second base.
Well, let's watch Travis. Oh, his foot is out of the box. It's right behind. I think that's why he's calling him out.
Yep, I agree with you.
His foot was completely behind.
Look at him looking
plate.
down too, Brian Knight.
Yep. And you know what? That's the right call. That's the right call. You know, the rule book states, Don, that part of your foot can be out of the box if part of your foot is on the chalk line.
But not
if
fully out of the box.
If your foot is completely out of the box, that's the call. So I'm guessing that would be 2 unassisted on the put out because the catcher is the nearest.
Correct.
That play.
So Ellis at second base with 2 down, and Manuel Margot standing in his second look at Clay Buchholz. So back-to-back bunts from the Padres. Both turn out to be outs. No advance for the runner at second base and Ellis.
Yeah, both your feet need to be in the batter's box, or partial parts of your feet in the batter's box. That's the misconception. A lot of people think, well, half his foot was in and out. Well, you know, that can be the case. But his foot was completely, in fact, it was directly behind home plate.
In there for a strike, 1-1. 9-game hitting streak for Margot coming in, looking for his first hit today. 13 hits during the 9-gamer. Certainly been one of the bright spots for the Padres recently. Line into right field, a base hit. Souza comes up throwing, but stopping at third is Ellis, who does not have great speed. And Margot extends a hitting streak to 10 games with that base hit to right.
Yeah, Josh Johnson at third base filling in for Glenn Hoffman, who is attending Cooperstown ceremonies for his brother Trevor, holds him up, and I think that's the right call because Souza was coming in charging aggressively. He made a good throw. He's banking on Will Myers, who is hitting third. He already has singled to drive him in. So action at the corners for San Diego.
First and third, 2 down, and Myers, who singled his first time up. That's his second look at Clay Buchholz. A little bit low for ball 1.
You know, there are home runs and then there are big home runs, and this is the time for a big home run. 3-run shot. See if Buchholz though continues to try to pound Myers away. Something that he can't pull, but if he gets something up and away, Will can drive it that way as well to right center.
In the air to left center field. Moving back is Pollock. He turns and it's going to one-hop the wall. Ellis will score. Here comes Margot from first trying to score. Throw is going to be cut off, and the Padres tie the score 2-2. Will Myers with a gapper to left center field ties it up 2-2.
Everybody loves the home run. How about a double scoring 2 and knotting it up at 2? There's the hanging breaking ball. He put a good swing on it. See if Eric Hosmer now can trade places with Will Myers and take the lead.
So Myers at second with his second hit today, and it brings up Eric Hosmer. Now the chance to put Padres on top.
Talk about 2-out thunder for San Diego.
Well, 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Hosmer at 306. Two and 0. Was missing with the changeup that time. Didn't miss by a lot, but it's 3-0. The Green light him here, 3-0.
Why not? If it's to his liking, you've got a runner in scoring position who can run well. It's got to be the size of a CD, though, you know, in that area to where you can put a good hack on it.
There's a strike, 3-1. Went to the fastball that time. Padres have come back with 2 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning to tie the score 2-2. There's at second base. With 2 outs in the 3rd inning. Buchholz has slowed it up here with a runner on, and Hosmer asks for time, gets back in now with the count of 3-1. Good hitters count for a good hitter. Ball 4, and he loses Hosmer. First walk of the day allowed by Buchholz. Two on, 2 down, 2 runs in, and Christian Villanueva coming up, but first Mike Butcher coming up here to Check with his pitcher, the pitching coach, making his way out.
Well, second time around for Villanueva. Maybe just give him a little bit of a breather here because there has been some traffic on those base paths after the 2 outs. Butcher doing the majority of the talking here, also with Murphy. Well, that's a lot of dialogue right there.
Put up our Brian Knight out to break up the conference.
Yeah, pretty much know the situation here.
Villanueva becomes the 7th member of the Padres to bat here in the inning. So far, 2 have scored to tie the score at 2-2. Strike over the outside corner. Villanueva grounded back to the mound in his first plate appearance, 0 for 1 today. Outfield pretty much straight away on Villanueva. The center fielder A.J. Pollock pretty much straight up at second base into center. Fooled him there, and it's 1-2.
He went with the Buchholz curveball that you were talking about earlier. Really nice 12-6 tight rotation down and away. You can't get hurt down there. Might see another one right here. Or after a pitch like that, I've always liked the fastball out of the zone, maybe up and out of the zone.
On the ground, left side. Ahmed will shuffle to second base for the out that ends the inning. But Will Myers with a 2-run double has tied this game 2-2. Sending one to deep left center field and a 1-hopper to the wall. It's tied 2-2 after 3 from Petco Park in San Diego. Induction day. Trevor Hoffman, number 51, throughout this ballpark as it's time now for the Kia Drive to Success. And Trevor Hoffman, most career saves, only second to Mariano Rivera. Most in the National League, though, but Rivera with 652 saves.
Did you see that? Even Superman is a fan of number 51, Trevor Hoffman.
A.J. Pollock leading it off here for the D-backs in the 4th inning as the D-backs 2-run lead has been erased, tied 2-2. Wrap foul outside of third over by the Diamondbacks dugout. They're housed on the third base side of Petco Park. Pollock, Souza Jr. and Ahmed scheduled to bat here in the inning for the Diamondbacks.
We say it so many times, but after that 2 in the bottom of the 3rd for San Diego, it is shutdown mode for the left-hander Joey Lucchesi. Get right back in that dugout and have his teammates try to add on, try to break that 2-2 tie.
In the air to deep left center field. Back goes Myers towards the track and the wall, and leaping out there is Margot, and it's gone. A.J. Pollock hits his 14th home run of the year, and the Diamondbacks retake the lead on top 3-2. Well, a quick answer here for Arizona. 3-2 D-backs.
Well, it was a pitch that was up in the zone. What type of pitch was it? Let's take a look. Looks like a fastball at 91, right down the middle. Looks like a high two-seamer, belt buckle high, and Pollock leads on it.
Second home run of the day for the Diamondbacks. Souza drives it through the left side of the infield for a base hit. And a liner that quickly gets to Myers. Solid contact for Souza. So a home run and a single here to begin things in the top of the 4th inning for the Diamondbacks.
And this is an inning where you don't want the wheels to come off for Lucchesi. He needs to make an adjustment after that home run and single now. And this looks like a curveball out in front of it. The one hopper. Got to bury that one a little lower.
There's Nick Ahmed, who grounded out to third base, and Christian Villanueva in the 2nd inning. Casey at 52 pitches now as he works here to his 3rd hitter of the 4th inning. Ball's behind, 2-0. Well, Casey allowing 2 earned runs in 5 1/3 and a win. Last time out, he's going to get a visit here from A.J. Ellis. His catcher coming out.
Hey, time to regroup. A.J.'s doing all the talking here. Part of being a veteran catcher is lighting a fire, maybe coddling a guy here and there. Maybe some guy's getting in his grill and saying, let's go, shake yourself. See how Joey Lucchesi is right in on the eyes of A.J. Ellis, listening to every word spoken.
So it's 2-0 here to Ahmed with the runner at first, nobody out in the 4th inning. Padres at double play depth in the middle infield. And a fly ball hit well to left field. Myers going back onto the track at the wall. He leaps and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Nick Ahmed, his 14th home run of the year. And just like that, it is 5-2 Arizona. A 3-run 4th inning so far on their 3rd home run of the game.
See the glove of A.J. Ellis, it's down. That's an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. Now, one of two things. One is that maybe Ahmed looking for that pitch. He goes down and gets it just out of the reach of Will Myers and left.
Now a drive to center field has Margot going back at the wall. It's off the wall. Margot played the carom, but into second base with a wall ball double goes Chris Owings.
No adjustment made in this inning as far as location from Joey Lucchese. Lug nuts are kind of loosened this inning. As I mentioned earlier, this is an inning where you don't want the wheels to come off. So let's take a look again. Diamondbacks leaning on the fastball. We saw it from Ahmed. He hit the double, or the home run rather, and that double there, another fastball. Lucchese is not overpowering. You know, it seems to me over the course of time we've seen Joey pitching. He's much more effective with the fastball up in the zone, right? Guys were fishing at it. You know, it looks like a lot of the fastballs that's been hit have been down in the zone because he doesn't throw that hard.
No. All about location.
Yeah.
He's given up a home run, a single, another home run, and a double in this inning. John Ryan Murphy, fifth batter of the inning for the Diamondbacks. Strikeout victim, first time up. Popped up right side. Swahe will make the catch for the first out here of the fourth inning. So one away, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Clay Buchholz, who now has a 3-run lead with which to work.
So Lucchese this inning, right, getting hurt on the fastball, that would look like a curveball or a curve off speed pitch, and then the barrel working underneath that pitch for the easy pop up on the infield.
Runner goes for third. The pitch is strike. Throw down to third and out. At third base is Chris Owings. And we'll see here if Torey Lovullo is going to challenge or not. Owings trying to take third base, stealing.
You got the front door open with the left-handed Buchholz, and ooh, it looks like he may have gotten in, huh?
First look, I would agree. Yes.
Or does he get him on the helmet before the hand touches the bag?
They are not going to challenge. So caught stealing is Owings. I might have challenged that.
Yeah. After that last look, I think he got him on the helmet before his hand touched the bag.
Kind of the bill of the helmet?
Yeah. That was the best angle.
The first two really couldn't see anything.
I really couldn't tell much.
60th pitch of the day for Lucchese. Base is now empty. And Buchholz taking a pitch just outside. 2-2. Back to the mound. Lucchese's got it. He'll run a bit and flip underhanded for the out. That ends the inning, but 3 more runs for the Diamondbacks to take a 5-2 lead.
15 years in one spot, and that spot San Diego. Jackpot. Thanks to my agent, Rick Thurman. My third base coach, Bruce Bochy, becomes my manager the following year. He connected, inspired, and challenged his players to reach the heights they didn't think possible. Boch, you believed in me from day one, and I couldn't be more thankful. Unprecedented that you're here today, bud, and I appreciate you making that effort.
Bruce Bochy will be here tomorrow as the Giants come into town for a brief 2-game series, and meant a lot to Trevor Hoffman for him to be there, to leave the Giants to go to be there for the induction ceremony. That's pretty special. It is unprecedented.
And Bruce Bochy would be the first one to tell you how thankful he was to go to number 51. And it's ironic, 51 for Trevor, turned that around, 15 for Bruce Bochy as the manager for the Padres. So it's a great match. Each of those gentlemen appreciative of each other. Some good times. That's a sweet looking flag, by the way.
It really is.
Let me get my hands on one of those.
Can we get ours? Freddie Galvis is going to lead it off here for the Padres in the 4th inning.
This is really sweet. 100% polyester. It says right here. Made in China.
It's like most of your outfits. Right. Most of your wardrobe.
It says right there. 100%.
How much?
That's great, though. I love that. Isn't
That is
cool?
awesome. That is cool.
It's very cool. Just plain and simple. Love it.
Down the right field line, foul.
You know, what'd be cool is on this date from in the future, July 29th, like fly this flag at Petco Park, or if you're a fan, fly it at your house, right?
It's a good idea. 0-2 pitch coming up here to Galvis. It bounces in, and it's 1-2. Flying today and has been all weekend here at Petco Park.
Where?
Petco Park.
Oh, we're gonna put this on our wall here in the broadcast booth in honor of Trevor.
This one fouled off himself, and Galvis in some pain. Again around the knee area. Yeah, right off the knee.
Right off the kneecap, it looks like, huh?
We'll sign in the trainer out to check on him.
That hurts.
Galvis going to stay in the game.
And that does not surprise me.
Fouls it back and hangs tough here at 1-2. Mentioned a strikeout victim in the 2nd inning.
And as a pitcher, why not go back in there, right? And that's exactly what Buchholz does. Another little spinner on the inside part of the plate.
Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out for the 2nd time today. One down in the 4th inning. Time now for the tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks.
And why not on this Hall of Fame Sunday, inducting number 51, let's talk about the changeup, the put-away pitch. Straight over the top, probably one of the most consistent arm slots deliveries that I've seen in baseball from a closer. It was his go-to pitch, and let's not forget, when he first came up to the big leagues, he was throwing 96, 97. Lost velocity, and that's when the changeup came into more play for Trevor and his success.
Lined and caught at third base by Chris Owings. 2 down as Aswahe lines out. Well, earlier we were talking about the comparison really to Mariano Rivera, and it's remarkable how close the numbers really are.
It really is, and this is a great perspective. We see the save totals. Okay, how about the percentages? Very, very close. Blown saves, very close. Everything is, now the strikeouts more for Trevor. And I want to make a point about that. 3 pitch strikeouts is very, I mean, Trevor's far and above, much more above Mariano. But here's the point I want to make. Trevor's changeup was a swing and miss pitch, right? And you could attest to this more than anybody, probably seeing Mariano. Mariano had the cutter, which avoided the sweet spot a lot. He got a lot of weak ground balls and weak fly balls, not as many strikeouts.
Pop-ups galore, but
Yes.
you're right, not as many strikeouts.
Because of that cut fastball.
Cutter, 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 cutter.
Yeah, it's not a swing and miss pitch. It's an avoid the sweet spot pitch.
Well, the changeup is a swing and miss pitch.
Yeah.
2 down here in the 4th inning. A.J. Ellis doubled in the 3rd. Started a pretty good inning for the Padres, who at the time would score 2 and tie the score 2-2. Three-0 pitch. And that bounces in for ball 4 with 2 down.
I remember after getting to know Trevor when he was a Padre and talking about that changeup, and there's one thing that always stuck in my mind because he would show. I said, "Hey Trevor, how do you throw your changeup?" And he would show me the baseball and the Rawlings logo. He said with his thumb, his right thumb, he would pinch the R right there, thumb pad right there on the R, pinch the R. And if you look at photos of Trevor when he throws, he's like this, right? And he'd pinch it here, and that's how he'd get that tumbling effect for the swing and miss. So that's the one thing that always stuck. Pinch the R, and then when you see the still photos of him, his fingers are actually off the ball for the swing and miss.
And Joey Lucchese batting for himself for the 2nd time today. Rounded out 2-3 in the 3rd inning. Wild swing and a miss for Lucchese. Ball and 2 strikes. 3 strikeouts on the day for Clay Buchholz, working here with 2 outs in the 4th inning and 65 pitches deep into his outing. That's strike 3. 4th strikeout for Buchholz. We've played 4. Diamondbacks lead it 5-2.
to work, and he's got some rebounding to do. Adjustments on the fastball location because the Diamondbacks are all over it. Throwing 91, maybe 92, but you look at these fastballs, 90, 91, 1 at 89. He went down and got it, but 3 home runs this afternoon on the fastball out of the hand of Joey Lucchesi. He needs to make an adjustment. He trails by 3 as he starts the top of the 5th.
And it'll be the top of the order coming up for the Diamondbacks in the 5th inning.
I just recall watching Joey earlier in the year when he's had some success throwing that fastball up in the zone for swings and misses. Quick inning right here, hopefully for the left-hander.
David Peralta, Ketel Marte, and Paul Goldschmidt scheduled to bat here in the inning. Peralta's had a quiet series, 0 for 6. 0 for 2 today, having grounded out to second base and to shortstop. Behind 2-0. Go over towards left center, gap out in right center field. And the left-handed hitting Peralta here against the lefty in Joey Lucchesi. He falls behind 3-0.
Well, this is one of those situations that's a reliever. We're in the 5th. We know what Joey Lucchesi has done up to this point, where as a reliever you kind of start getting jittery a little bit. You know your role to where that phone might ring and you might have to get up and get ready to go. Doing a little stretching down there. Looking at the lineup, who's coming up. And then the next thing you know, 3-1, you might get a ground ball and have a quick 1-2-3 inning.
Inside, almost hit him. And that's ball 4. Third walk allowed by Lucchesi. This one leads off the 5th inning.
And that's the frustrating part. 3-ball count and not even close on that last pitch. And Darren Balsley on the phone to the bullpen.
There's a guy who's seen a lot of pitches today. Ketel Marte coming up as Jordan Lyles is going to start warming in the pen right now for the Padres. He's activated today and warming up. Well, Marte in 2 plate appearances has seen now 16 pitches.
Wow, that's working it.
He has walked twice, once in the 1st, once in the 3rd. And has 2 of the 3 walks allowed today by the Padres left-hander. Throw to first, and back to the bag is Peralta. Popped up foul off to the right out of play. Ball and 2 strikes to Marte. Paul Goldschmidt waiting on deck here for the Diamondbacks in the inning. 70 pitches on the afternoon so far for Lucchesi. Goldschmidt has 1 of the 3 home runs today for the Diamondbacks off Lucchesi. Soft toss over this time, and Peralta easily back to the bag.
I think Joey should just concentrate on making a good pitch here at 1-2. Diamondbacks leading by 3. Make a good pitch here.
Breakdown of how many pitches Marte has seen today. Been very patient at the plate. Again, he walked the first 2 plate appearances.
To me, that's good eye, good bat control. Following off.
On the right field line, Jankowski on the run will make the running catch. Nice play by Travis Jankowski on a good running catch. That's just flat out speed getting it done there for Travis in right field.
That's a great jump by Freddie out there. That ball off the switch hitting bat of Marte going to be slicing towards that right field line. Don, as you mentioned, that's where the speed comes in. He times it perfectly. Run, 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 and then extend the glove. You don't want to extend too early. That'll slow you down, and he grabs it for the big out. Josh Johnson likes it.
There's a grounder right side, a vacated right side into right field. So Peralta keeps on going to third. And the second hit of the game for Paul Goldschmidt. It's now first and third with 1 away for the Diamondbacks.
What did I say about Goldschmidt last at bat? That is vintage Goldschmidt right there. We know the home run's there, but look at this. It's an off-speed pitch. It's up. Look at him get on top of it enough, and that's his intent to where he wants to try to hit it to the right side. That's just a great AB.
Andy Green headed to the mound here. Jordan Lyles has been warming in the pen. Looks like a change coming here. Joey Lucchesi will depart after 4 1/3 innings today. On the hook with the Diamondbacks on top 5-2. Pitching change from Petco Park. Presents Padres Baseball. Brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Hyundai. Get a great deal, more than a great deal, on all new Hyundai vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. And by USAA, proudly serving the needs of the military community for over 90 years. Inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame today. Trevor Hoffman celebrated all season, but certainly today in San Diego. Pitching change for the Padres with the Diamondbacks on top 5-2. And 1 out here in the 5th inning. A.J. Pollock will be standing in to face Jordan Lyles.
You mentioned it last half inning when he was warming up, Don. Reinstated from the 10-day DL. He had some right elbow inflammation. Inherits 2 runners. Made a couple of starts with AAA El Paso during his rehab stint. Last time out on the hill for Jordan was on June 16th at Atlanta. That's when he started. He went 7 frames. So he's back in the saddle.
(2-0) to A.J. Pollock, who homered his last time up. 1 of 3 round trippers today for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Enjoy a 5-2 lead and bat here in the top of the 5th inning. Casey Leaves responsible for Peralta at third. Paul Goldschmidt crosses the diamond at first. Swinging a foul tip makes it 2-1. Lyles throwing at 96 miles an hour.
Yeah, the Diamondback hitters are going to have to turn up the dial a little bit. Different look from the right-hander Lyles as opposed to Lucchesi.
Tough day for Joey Lucchesi. Threw 73 pitches in 4 1/3. So far charged with 5 runs. Out 6 hits, walked 3 and struck out 3, allowing the 3 home runs. Swinging a miss, and striking out is A.J. Pollock. First strikeout for Lyles. 2 down here in the 5th inning.
Well, welcome back to the big leagues, Jordan Lyles, and a great way to start. Curveball. Good tight 12-6 rotation, way out in front of for the swing and miss.
Steven Souza Jr. coming up here now for the Diamondbacks with 2 down in the 5th inning. Souza has struck out swinging and singled to left field. 1 for 2 today for the Diamondbacks right fielder. Down the right field line, headed for foul ground. The first, and back to the bag is Goldschmidt. Held on over there by Hosmer.
Tell you, a big lead by Peralta over at third base. He's getting off as far as Villanueva is playing off the bag. He was nearly a third of the way down that line. And with Lyles going from the stretch runner on first, he's got a good look at him.
The 2 pitch. Runner goes at first. A swing and a miss, and striking out is Souza. So nice job by Jordan Lyles. Comes in with a couple guys on. Strikes out 2. 5-2 Diamondbacks.
it was, and officially, congratulations, Offie.
Yeah, the official part's kind of cool now. I can hear Hall of Famer and kind of get really excited about it. This was a great day.
Now, when you think about the day, coming back and having to deliver that speech, what were the nerves like going up to the stage?
They were kind of building as the day went on. We were on the buses coming over, and we saw the bunch of school buses in the distance, and Randy Johnson turns to me and goes, "There's the school buses, dude. Don't look on the other side of them." And I go, "There's a lot of people," because I saw the canopies all the way to the back. And so it started to get really real as we came into the back side of the stage, and to see all the people and to see so many people when I went up on stage from San Diego and the support. I mean, it was like, it took back a lot of people on how many people came out for this.
Well, he did a great job today on his speech as well. Inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. Had to be pretty nerve-wracking, I would guess, today, as he said.
And he handled it like a pro, delivered it flawlessly, and it just takes me back, because loving the game of baseball like we do, you and I, you look at all the, like for instance, our trivia question, that first class. My gosh, Trevor Hoffman is now in with Babe Ruth. Right? I mean,
it's amazing.
Really? That's awesome.
Well, it was a large class today also. As we take a look at the others going in, Chipper Jones, Jim Thome, Vladimir Guerrero, Alan Trammell, and Jack Morris. Well, you were around when Chipper Jones broke in, right?
Yes, I remember he was drafted #1 by the Braves in 1990 and saw him in the clubhouse as a high school graduate in his jeans and t-shirt and his high school cap. Kind of cool now to see that he's in the Hall of Fame. Jim Thome, the pride and joy of Peoria, Illinois. Vlad Guerrero, gosh, never saw a pitch he didn't like. Alan Trammell, Kearney High School, he's a Comet. San Diego Ties, was born in Garden Grove, California, then migrated down to San Diego. And then, of course, Jack Morris. I don't care what you say about Jack Morris. That guy was a stud throughout his career. Hall of Famer through and through. Jack Morris. That's a great class.
Last of the 5th inning, where the Diamondbacks on top 5-2. Clay Buchholz back on the mound. They just did a lot of work on the mound, and first pitch swinging is Travis Jankowski. Marte throws him out for the first out here at the bottom of the 5th inning. Not sure what was going on there, but Buchholz, I guess, didn't like what he saw when he got out to the mound and called for the grounds crew, and they did some work on the landing spot and around the rubber area as well. So it has been worked on and good to go here. One down in the 5th inning, and brings up Manuel Margot. 1 for 2 in the game. Singled his last time up. Fly ball to right field, sending Souza back shy of the track to make the catch for out number 2 of the 5th inning. It's time now for the top tier play, brought to you by Arco. Well, Myers with a gapper double to drive in 2 back in the 3rd inning.
Took a hanging curveball out of the hand of Clay Buchholz and peppered it to the left center field gap. Second hit of the afternoon after singling in the 1st. Number 4 looking for some damage here against Buchholz the 3rd time around.
Drops in there for strike 1 to Myers. Strike 3 call. Myers strikes out. 1-2-3 inning for Clay Buchholz. A 6-pitch inning. 5-2 Arizona.
Paul Goldschmidt with a 2-run home run in the first inning for the Diamondbacks on top 2-0. Padres would bounce back, though. Here's a double to the gap. One hopper to the wall for Will Myers at plates 2 and ties the game 2-2. The Diamondbacks were not done, though, as A.J. Pollock with a solo home run to left center. And then Nick Ahmed with a 2-run shot. 3 home runs today for the Diamondbacks, who enjoy a 5-2 lead. As we head to the 6th inning at Petco Park. Jordan Lyles back out on the mound. He took over last inning, and there's a ground ball base hit through the right side off the bat of Nick Ahmed. Single to begin things here in the 6th inning. Ahmed's second hit of the day. He joins Paul Goldschmidt, who also has had a multi-hit day today for the Diamondbacks. Brings up Chris Owings, getting the start at third base today. Eduardo Escobar made his debut for the Diamondbacks last night after being traded by the Minnesota Twins. On the lineup to start the game today. Jordan Lyles came in with runners at first and third and 1 down in the 5th. Struck out Pollock, struck out Souza, and got out of that inning unscathed. Joey Lucchese's day over officially. 4 1/3, charged with all 5 Diamondbacks runs.
Well, if Jordan Lyles can go out there and hold these Diamondbacks in these middle innings, I mean, it was evident in that last half inning, 2/3, both strikeouts. He's got the good stuff, got good breaking ball, getting through his pitches well. Hold them, and hopefully the offense can whittle back. Trailing by 3. They are in slam range.
Bounces in, taken on for second base is Ahmed, and he'll get there. No throw from A.J. Ellis. Good aggressive base running there by Ahmed. Saw it was going to grab some dirt and take second base, officially on the wild pitch.
That's heads up base running. You don't have to be quick. You don't have to be fast to take the extra base. As soon as you see daylight, Ahmed was off and running. Because remember, the catcher has to get to that baseball, grip the baseball, throw the baseball. By that time, you're already 2/3 of the way there. No chance of getting that runner.
Chopped down the third baseline foul. Ryan Murphy waiting on deck for the Diamondbacks, batting here in the visiting half of the 6th inning with a 5-2 lead. Swahe at second base, trying to keep Ahmed close, so he's right around the bag at second. Ahmed keeping an eye on him. As Lyles now with a full count, 3-2. Lyles first out of the pen today for the Padres. Lucchese lasting 4 1/3 innings. Grounded down the third baseline is going to be a foul ball. Picked over there by Hosmer, but a foul ball, the indication.
It's a good lesson for any infielder to continue with the play, let the umpires make the call. It's where the ball is touched. And you see the third base umpire, Alfonso Marquez, he was all over it. Hands on the knees, eyeing that baseball.
Eighth pitch of the at bat coming up.
Payoff pitch. And that's inside for ball 4. Down to first base goes Owings. First walk allowed by Jordan Lyles since coming in. Two on, nobody out, and John Ryan Murphy coming up. He struck out looking today and popped out to second base.
.95 out of the hand of Lyles is a good sign.
Popped up foul down the first base line into the seats.
And you mix in an 85 yacker curveball. He's making some good pitches.
Murphy has struck out and popped out. 0 for 2 today. Oh, bloop to shallow right. Aswahe out, and he'll make the catch over the shoulder. Fires back in towards the infield. Nice play by Carlos Aswahe in short right field. Nice play over the shoulder for the first out of the inning.
Good range by the Padres second baseman. After looking at that, Travis Jankowski playing in right field, no chance for him. And you can see that he was playing, Aswahe's playing at double play depth. He's got a long way to run. He's got to commit because it's really not skied that far to where an outfielder come in and say, hey, I got it, I got it, I got it. He's got to commit, and he does just that for the grab. Nice play.
Here's Clay Buchholz for the third time today. He's grounded out to second and grounded back to the mound 0 for 2. One for 16 at the plate this year. Drops the bunt down, and A.J. Ellis will have one play. It's at first, and he makes it. Sacrifice is complete with Aswahe covering.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
2 down in the 6th inning. Runners at second and third, and David Peralta has been called back here, I believe. But umpire headed over towards Torey Lovello, and John Jay looks like he's going to come up here to pinch hit.
Yeah, we need a hitter there, Torey.
I'm not sure if Peralta was out there on deck at all.
I'm right there with you, Don. I was paying attention to the pitcher batter at bat, but here's John Jay. Had a nice night last night. 3 hits, a run scored, a couple of RBIs, 3 to be exact. Trying to help the Diamondbacks down the stretch.
So John Jay into the game, the former Padre. Bats here in the 6th inning with runners at second and third and 2 down. Fouls it off to the left, out of play. Lead on that fastball was up at 95, 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out John Jay back-to-back fastballs, and Jay strikes out, leaving 2 in scoring position. 5-2 Arizona.
You knew where you were going to be after Vladimir Guerrero, and then you start doing the speech. The lead up, how was that? And when you walked up and you saw that plaque?
So when Chipper got done with his speech, he walked over, he went, and I went, you bleep, 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 you're going to get lucky, sucker. So I knew that I wanted to get that moment, but I wanted to have that opportunity behind the podium to give my message. And so the build-up is just, it was such a fun part of it, but the anticipation, it's like waiting to come into a ball game. You wait for the phone to ring, and then you're excited to get up on the rubber and get going.
You know, a great speech done today by Trevor Hoffman. I'm sure it is glad to have it behind him as well. Beautiful day here in San Diego. We celebrate the great Trevor Hoffman, and his number has been flying here in right center field this entire series. Up the middle, off the bat of Hosmer, and by Ketel Marte at second base into center. Base hit by Eric Hosmer to begin things here in the 6th inning. Clay Buchholz back out there for the 6th, and Hosmer's got himself a base hit.
Hitting through that baseball, the foot is down, the hands are back, and this one kind of eats him up a little bit. Padres trying to inch their way back into this one, trailing by 3.
Lead runner on, and it brings up Christian Villanueva. Pitch 75 coming up for Buchholz. Working to his second hitter of the 6th inning, and that'll miss up and in. John Jay stays in the game in left field for the Diamondbacks after pinch hitting for David Peralta in the top half of the inning. Buchholz falling behind here, 2-0. 5 strikeouts today. He has walked 2. Freddie Galvis waiting on deck. Padres batting in the bottom of the 6th, and a check on Hosmer is back to the bag safely.
I don't think Eric Hosmer is going to be going anywhere.
That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Just grab the bottom corner.
There's that little cut fastball we mentioned when he took the mound earlier this afternoon. 6 pitches for Buchholz. You know, he might throw the 6th pitch maybe 1% of the time, but still it's in his arsenal. 4-2, cutter, change, curveball, split, slider. Actually, that's 7.
You can use your phone for a calculator.
Is there an app for that?
I think so.
Yeah.
Three-one coming up to Villanueva. Chop foul over into the Diamondbacks dugout. They're housed on the third base side here at Petco Park. Check swing, and that is strike 3. Rung up by the home plate umpire.
That's a legitimate strike. I mean, he called it on the pitch, not the swing. As you take a look, this is in the strike zone. That's a legitimate strike. And you see the home plate umpire, Brian Knight, going into his ring-up mode for the called strike.
6th strikeout for Clay Buchholz. 1 down here in the 6th inning, and it brings up Freddie Galvis. Freddie 0 for 2 today, has struck out twice. Galvis painfully fouled a pitch off his knee in his last plate appearance. Stayed in the game. 3 for 9 in the series. He's a teammate a year ago with Clay Buchholz's. They were both with the Philadelphia Phillies. Check swing, but Galvis went around. 0-2. Well, the catcher, John Ryan Murphy, headed out and have a full-fledged meeting at the mound. And he may have hurt himself. Now Buchholz waving back Lovello and Trainer. They're going to head out there anyway.
Now we got guys scrambling all over the place.
John Ryan Murphy telling him what he saw. Appears to be okay here. Two pitches deep into his outing. Leadoff single by Hosmer. Bounces back to strike out Villanueva. Now ahead of Galvis, 0-2. Diamondbacks enjoy a 5-2 lead. Start for Buchholz in a Diamondbacks uniform. And Carlos Asuaje waiting on deck for San Diego. Swing and a miss, and Galvis strikes out for the 3rd time today. That's 7 strikeouts for Buchholz, 2 down.
And this time he got him on the changeup. We talked about the location of the fastball. We talk about the tightness of the curveball, and that's a high changeup. And by taking a lot off, you can afford to leave that changeup up in the zone at times because the hitter is fooled by that pitch, looking like a fastball.
2 down, Hosmer at first, and it brings up Carlos Asuaje. Diamondbacks going into a shift on the right side of the infield as they have against Asuaje. Nick Ahmed, shortstop, going to the right side to join Ketel Marte and Paul Goldschmidt. Asuaje today is grounded out to short and lined out to third. Action in the pen. TJ McFarland up right now for the Diamondbacks. First action we have seen today. Two and one. Robert Stock up in the pen now for the Padres. Seen an inning and 2/3 of relief so far from Jordan Lyles. The Padres starter today, Joey Lucchesi, is on the hook right now. 2-1 pitch coming up to Carlos Asuaje. Hold off to the left out of play.
Well, I think we've seen some good things from Jordan Lyles, so that'd be a good workout for him, getting back in the saddle. Robert Stock's been throwing the ball well. And regarding Buchholz, he's good for about 90 pitches.
Buchholz going back and forth here with Murphy as to what they want to do. Two-two pitch. And Asuaje takes ball 3 just away. Leadoff single by Hosmer, but Buchholz comes back to strike out both Villanueva and Galvis. AJ Ellis waiting on deck. Hoping to get a chance here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Third game, third different uniform for the Diamondbacks in this series.
Good call.
This one fouled back and out of play.
You noticed that right out of the gate when they took the field for their pregame.
Charcoal on Friday with the teal. Saturday charcoal, but with the, what'd you call it?
Sedona red?
Yeah.
That's the Sedona red they're wearing today.
And today an alternate jersey, gray pants, and the red top. So I don't know what they're going to wear tomorrow, but 3 days, 3 uniforms. This will miss, and that's ball 4. Down to first base goes to Swahe. So a good at bat there, a good plate appearance anyway. And it is the 3rd walk handed out by Clay Buchholz. First and second, 2 down. A.J. Ellis will get a chance to bat here in the 6th inning. Doubled in the 3rd, walked in the 4th inning. And Mike Butcher, the pitching coach, headed back out there again. Again, they've got T.J. McFarland warming in the pen. Verano has joined McFarland now in the pen. He just got up.
A lot of communication going on between third base umpire Alfonso Marquez, Brian Knight, Mike Butcher. I wish they'd let us in on the deal. A lot of stuff going on out there.
2 down in the 6th inning, 2 on. A.J. Ellis tying run at the plate right now. Doesn't seem that way in this game, but here it is, a chance for A.J. Ellis with the Padres trailing 5-2.
And a big double the first at bat this afternoon for A.J. And he also scored a run that inning.
To left field, John Jay coming in, will play it on a hop. Jay's throw goes plateward, but it is cut off, and in safely is Eric Hosmer. It's 5-3. A.J. Ellis with his 2nd hit of the day drives in a run.
First pitch hacking on the curveball. He waited back on that nicely. Hits it on the line. John Jay's thinking, okay, we're up by 3. If I try to make the shoestring, it might get by me. That could spell trouble. I'll just play it on the hop. There are 2 outs. Banking on the Padres have to do more, but they tack on 1 more here.
Torey Lovullo out there to make the pitching change after 5 2/3 from Clay Buchholz. It's a 5-3 game. Pitching change from Petco Park.
back within 2, 5-3 Diamondbacks. Pitching change for the D-backs. Jose Perella has come out on deck and has been introduced. So Buchholz out. Yoshihisa Hirano into the game now for the Diamondbacks.
He owns a 1.76 ERA in his last 34 games. We saw Hirano last night in the 8th inning. He pitched a frame, 1 hit. He struck out one Padre, that is. His 50th game. Split finger, specialist, fastball, breaky ball to go along with it.
Runners at first and second, 2 down, a run in, and Jose Perella pinch hitting for Jordan Lyles here in the bottom of the 6th inning. On the ground towards shortstop. Nick Ahmed will flip to second base for the force out. That ends the inning. A run for the Padres, 5-3 Diamondbacks at the end of 6.
Congrats on making the Hall of Fame. So well deserved. I mean, just getting to know you over the past few years in the clubhouse, you bring so much energy to everybody. Everybody's always learning from you. You're the ultimate competitor, the ultimate closer, and hats off to you, man.
Nicely said by Austin Hedges on this 51 day in San Diego. Trevor Hoffman inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame today.
That's a nice sign right there. Hoffman, our fireman, and with the initials HOF, Hall of Fame. Nice. Love the homemade signs. Very creative.
Robert Stock into the game in the 7th inning.
He's been throwing the ball well. Tuesday, tossed a career-high 3 scoreless innings. He's got the 100-mile-an-hour fastball with a slider, about 84. 13.5 strikeout per 9 ratio for this right-hander.
Nice outing for Jordan Lyles in his return. Inning in 2/3, gave up a hit, no runs. Walked a batter, struck out 3. Well, the bunt here is picked by Stock. He'll flip underhanded and in time. Round number 1 of the 7th inning. Vitel Marte retired. Bring up Paul Goldschmidt. Had a 2-hit day today for the Diamondbacks first baseman. Homered in the first inning, a 2-run shot after Marte had walked. It's off Joey Lucchesi at the facing of the bottom basket.
He's used the whole field this afternoon. Pull side with the home run. He hit a single to the right side to create some first and third action. Nothing going in that Diamondback 5th.
outside for ball 2, 2-1. Schmidt now, A.J. Pollock next.
You know, it's got to be tougher hitters if Robert Stock obviously is on his game, because he goes from the extreme third base side of the pitcher's plate. So if you're a right-handed hitter, he's coming right at that left front hip of the hitter. And he's throwing about 98 and 100 and hit the ball. And so it's got to be tough to really stay in there, you know? And then you mix in that little slider of his. You can see where his foot is on that pitcher's plate.
Payoff pitch. And it's fouled off down the right field line, out of play. Do you ever refer to it as the rubber, or is it always the pitcher's plate?
Well, Don, in the rule book, it's called the pitcher's plate.
So is the answer no? You never refer to it
You
as
can
the
call
rubber?
it you can call it the rubber. You can call
But
it.
do you?
I use both.
That's strike 3. First strikeout for Robert Stock, 2 down here in the 7th inning.
Good breaking ball, locks up Goldie. You've got that 98-mile-an-hour fastball in the back of your mind, and then you throw the slider. And that's what that'll do.
2 down here in the 7th, and it brings up A.J. Pollock. Pollock has struck out, homered, and then struck out again. One pitch coming up here for A.J. Pollock. Oh boy, this is not a good thing. I see the rule book has been broken out here.
Yeah, I love the rule book.
I'm not doubting you, by the way.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'm not saying that it's not real. I notice that every time you refer to the rubber, you say pitcher's plate, which was 1940.
Rule 2. Rule 2.04, the pitcher's plate.
Yes.
Which is on page 4.
So it's very early in the rule book and in the world.
The pitcher's plate shall be a rectangular slab of whitened rubber. 24 inches by 6 inches.
We used to have one in the booth.
It shall be set in the ground as shown in diagrams 1 and 2.
Can we see him? Can you show him to the?
So that distance between the pitcher's plate and home plate, the rear point of home plate, shall be 60 feet 6 inches.
This is your book. Clearly, this is. It's like you're in like kindergarten.
This is my book.
This is clearly not only once.
I got my classes.
Twice and a third time in case somebody tries to take it. It is definitely your book.
I got my classes today with the teachers I wanted, and I got my books. I'm ready to go to my locker.
So, whose book is that?
It's Bud's.
On the ground, softly hit. And that's going to be a base hit, being away, but nothing he can do about it, as Pollock will reach with 2 down in the inning.
Nothing you can do there. The good old swinging bunt. And as a pitcher, it's very frustrating. You make a good pitch.
Where's your lunchbox?
I've got a Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox.
This is a 1 for 3 today, and he lines one foul.
Honest, true story? We were so poor at the Grant household. We went paper bags and we had to recycle them. We didn't have enough money to buy the kids lunchboxes. We went paper bag.
So there's a 1 for 3 today, singled in the 4th inning, a check at first. And back to the bag is Pollock.
We were so poor, we couldn't even pay attention. My mom.
Oh boy, there's more. Yeah.
Bought powdered milk.
Okay.
It's a lot cheaper than the milk you buy by the carton.
One pitch coming up here to Souza. And that's outside, 1-1. On the ground, foul outside of third.
You know, it's great. We got the fans like right below us.
Yes.
Right? This gentleman he just offered us some pistachios. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. Thank you. That was a very kind gesture on his part.
Very nice.
Now, if he'd offered us that Bud Light, I might reconsider.
You notice he wasn't offering that. In the air to right field as Jankowski moves over and makes the catch that ends the inning. On this Military Sunday, we'll keep it right here at Petco Park with the Diamondbacks on top 5-3 for the singing of God Bless America.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Before we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game here on Military Sunday, please stand and welcome back U.S. Army Specialist Dana Clark. Please sing along as she presents God Bless America.
God bless America, and that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
By Jack in the Box this season, Padres home run score free jumbo jacks only at Jack in the Box. by your SoCal Mazda dealers. And by USAA, official military appreciation partner of the San Diego Padres. Trevor Hoffman, officially a Hall of Famer today. As Travis Jankowski leads it off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Fouled off to the left out of play.
It'll be nice when Trevor travels back to San Diego to get a chance to sit down and talk with him and how he's let it all soak in and finally wake up one day and kind of realize it's got to be that every day, don't you think, as a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, you wake up every day and say, wow, I'm a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Has to be a whirlwind, though, for him with all the events that took place there over the weekend.
I'm sure he'll need a few days to decompress.
On the first baseline, Hirano underhanded in time to get Jankowski for the first out of the 7th. So 1 down, and it'll bring up Manuel Margot. Hirano back out there, got the final out of the 6th inning as the first out of the 7th.
Well, this Diamondback team, it's not known for its hitting. In fact, the Diamondbacks 13th in the National League in that category with a .234 average. It's their pitching, #1 bullpen. A 3 ERA, and Hirano was one of those reasons why. Trying to square up that split finger fastball with his other pitches is tough to do.
Action in the pen. Bradley and McFarland. McFarland had been up earlier.
In fact, to be exact, it's a 2.98 ERA for that Arizona bullpen.
Falling behind here, 3-0 to Margot. Well, with a single in the 3rd inning, a 1-for-3 day, and extended his hitting streak to 10 straight games as Myers waits on deck. There's a strike, 3-1. Starter today for the Diamondbacks, Clay Buchholz, 5 2/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 7. Which are record right now for the Diamondbacks, coming in at 3-1. This one fouled off, full count. Buchholz today ended up throwing 92 pitches in his 5 2/3 innings. That is strike 3, and Margot takes with him the first strikeout for Hirano. 2 down in the 7th inning.
Well, you get that fastball, and yeah, that's a nice fastball right at the knees at 93, but you got to be hacking. To me, that looks like Manuel is maybe looking for something off speed, maybe that split finger or that breaking ball, and he sneaks the piece of cheese right by him.
2 down in the 7th inning brings up Will Myers. Myers singled in the 1st, doubled in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 5th. The double in the 3rd drove in 2 runs. Tied the game at the time, 2-2. Rips it foul outside the bag at 3rd. Fouls it back.
See that swing there? That's a protection swing right there. 92 just off the plate a little bit. Looked like all upper body. I was trying to pepper away. He realized, oh, I got to swing it, and just gets a piece of it. Now he's got to really protect with 2 strikes.
Chop towards third base. Owings plays the high hop. The throw is going to be off the mark, but the tag applied nicely by Goldschmidt. On the way by, able to get Myers. It's a 1-2-3 7th inning. Little help from Hirano's defense there. Nice tag here by Goldschmidt, who makes the play and then applies the tag. 7 done, 5-3 D-backs.
I know my dad had same issues. Ted helped him with it, move him, kind of rearranging paragraphs so that he can make it through the entire speech. But I think that's a normal process, and I think Trevor killed it. It was one of the better speeches, I thought.
Tony Gwynn Jr. talking with our Mark Sweeney in Cooperstown. Today, as you know, Trevor Hoffman inducted into the Hall of Fame. So coming up in the post-game show brought to you by Cox Communications, you're going to hear the rest of that interview with Tony Gwynn Jr. And more importantly, perhaps you're going to hear from Trevor Hoffman himself after he gave his speech.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And you know what? The perspective that Tony Gwynn Jr. has just with his dad being involved in it already, I mean, I can't wait to hear that interview.
All right, Mark, Don?
All right, thanks very much, guys. We play along here to the 8th inning. 5-3, Diamondbacks have the lead. Nick Ahmed. It's had a good day today. 2 hits, including a 2-run home run back in the 4th inning. Also single. There's a grounder by the dive. A being away for third base into left field for a base hit. 3rd hit of the day for Nick Ahmed.
So important this inning, like any inning, trailing by 2, but to hold these Diamondbacks, blooping a blast away from tying this one up. We talk about the Padres being within slam range. Well, blooping a blast range here late. It's going to be tough, though, against this Diamondback bullpen, which we've documented many times this afternoon.
Chris Owings today has lined out to third, doubled, and walked. Joey Lucchesi started today and went 4 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs. Jordan Lyles inning and 2/3 of shutout pitching, and now Robert Stock into his 2nd inning of relief. Lead runner on for the Diamondbacks in the 8th. And Owings will ground it foul.
For the first, and back to the bag is Ahmed. Held on by Hosmer at first base. Action in the Padres pen. Phil Maton warming up.
See Kirby Yates out there working the surgical tubing.
What does that do for you?
Getting the arm loose. Well, everybody has, there he is on the right, kind of stretching out the lats and the shoulder area. Everybody has their own little routine.
Thought about swinging, but doesn't pull the trigger. Full count. John Ryan Murphy waiting on deck here for the Diamondbacks. In the air to center field. Margot making his way back. Almost to the track, but he'll make the catch for out number one. Gets it back in quickly. So one down in the inning. This is the final game of this series. The San Francisco Giants will be here tomorrow, the first of two. Brandon Crawford this year against Padres been outstanding. Hitting at .324. Andrew McCutchen, first year in a Giants uniform. 7 games here at Petco Park, hitting at .318. And Derek Rodriguez in his last 5 starts, 2-0 with a 1.67 earned run average. This series will start tomorrow night.
I like the veterans Crawford and McCutchen, but the rookie Rodriguez, the son of Hall of Famer Ivan Pudge Rodriguez, kid, he looks good on the mound. We saw him in San Francisco. Really good stuff. Giants 7.5 games going into today's action. Last 10 though, 2-8 for the Gigantes.
It'll be Lauer and Holland tomorrow. It is Clayton Richards scheduled to face Derek Rodriguez on Tuesday, the day game. 1:10 start time here, so a night game and a day game.
2-game set against the Giants.
Then it is off to Chicago. As we take a look at the standings, Rockies just a game back now. So are the Diamondbacks of the LA Dodgers. Giants 7 games back. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. Throw down. Going to be close and out. At second base is Ahmed. Could be a strike him out, throw him out, double play. And we will see here whether they challenge or not.
Well, the thing I'm looking at, it looked like it was a short hop to Asuaje. He's got to come up and then go back down. And does he get his foot in? Here's the swing and miss. Snap throw from the ear from AJ. There's the short hop up, down. Oh, it looks like he got him on the top of the foot, huh?
I thought he did.
Yeah. Nice tag by Carlos.
Yeah, so no challenge. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count here on Murphy.
Throw him a good slider here, down and away, strike him out, and go to hacking. Oop. Not close enough.
Two balls, 2 strikes here to Murphy with 2 down in the top of the 8th inning. On the ground to shortstop. Galvis has got it. Throwing plenty of time. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 Diamondbacks.
they get through a traumatic life experience on their own, I think is kidding themselves. I found purpose in my life. I found passion in my life through blind golf, and then I have phenomenal people around me. Like I said, my family, fraternity brothers, and now my wife. I have amazing people in my life. I'm really lucky now.
Catch the incredible story of local blind golf champion Jeremy Poinsono Tuesday on Inside San Diego Sports right here after Padres Live, the postgame show.
Now we head to the last of the 8th inning. Padres trailing by 2, and into the game is Archie Bradley coming in.
He's one tough customer. He pitched a frame last night. That was in the 7th inning. Hirano followed, and then Chafin in the 9th. Really good numbers for this right-hander. He comes in, opponent's only hitting 191. 48 strikeouts in 49 and 2/3 innings pitched. Power curveball, high 90s fastball from Archie Bradley. Always going from the windup with no runners on base.
Big swing there from Hosmer, the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and finds himself down here 0-2. 52nd appearance for Archie Bradley.
Yeah, you got to really battle against this guy. He quickly works ahead, and he finds himself ahead here 0-2.
Here are the ranks. You were talking about 2.96 ERA. That's good for first. Second opponent batting average, second in opponent slugging.
And that's what gets you to the postseason and deep into the postseason, right, Donna? You've seen it. Bullpens, man. I'm telling you, starting pitching, you give them 6, especially in a short series.
That's why everybody's looking for some help right now.
Yep.
Trade deadline looming. Through the right side into right field, a base hit for Hosmer to start the bottom of the 8th inning.
Well, there's the bloop. Now the Padres need a blast to tie this one up. It's the Archie Bradley curveball that just catches too much of the plate, speeds up the bat of the Padres first baseman, and he pulls it to the right side for the safety to right.
Lead runner on here in the bottom of the 8th inning brings up Christian Villanueva. Villanueva has grounded out twice and struck out looking. To right field, Souza coming in, but that's going to fall. Souza tried to deke the runner at Hosmer, and the throw to second not in time.
That was close.
Trying to get the force out at second. It looked like he was going to catch that ball, which froze Hosmer, and then Souza tried to get him out at second base on the force out.
This was really close at second base, and Don, you just mentioned it perfectly. That's one of those in-betweeners where a runner, you have got to hold up. If he catches it, you scamper back. Now the force play is on. Now the race is on.
They are challenging, are the Diamondbacks. We'll take a look here.
If it drops, I got to go. He does just that. Ooh, does his foot come up a little bit as this ball is caught?
Wow, that's close.
That is very, very close. Boy, a great job by Ahmed acting as a first baseman on that play. Did you see that stretch of his?
It was unbelievable. Well, the call on the field was safe, and the Diamondbacks are challenging.
See when the ball hits the back of the glove right there?
Oh, might be out.
Yeah, I think that's I think he's out.
Crowd seeing it here at the stadium.
That'd be the old 9-6 putout at second base if he is out. Yeah.
You don't need a tag out there. There's a force play, and credit Souza on the deke out there in right field. He was coming in and totally fooled him.
Yep.
He had no chance of making that catch out there in right, but made him believe he could. So they overturned this, and the call on the field was safe.
Now, is it going to, like every time it's so close, is it going to be so close to where they can't overturn it? They don't have enough evidence to overturn it. Remember, it's when the ball hits the back of the fielder's glove.
Now we got an answer. And it has been overturned. Hosmer out at second base. 9-6 on the force out at second base. So Villanueva reaches on a fielder's choice. Hosmer retired 9-6 on the force out.
Yeah, that's a big league hang with him. Doesn't get credit for a hit, a one hopper to the right fielder.
Freddie Galvis 0 for 3 has struck out 3 times today. While Archie Bradley had to wait there through the challenge, but I'm sure he didn't mind. It went his way. He likes to work quickly. Throw to first and back safely is Villanueva. Fly ball to left field, sending Jay back onto the warning track. He leaps and it goes off the top of the wall. Now coming around from first base is Villanueva. Throw goes to the plate. Villanueva will be out at the plate. Now the ball came out. He was going to be safe apparently. Reversing the call there was Brian Knight. And here comes Torey Lovello. I think the ball came out. First indication was out, then he said safe.
Here's what I got. Here's the plate, the fence first. Oh, we got a lot going on. Off the glove, and then it bounces on the angle of the foam padding and bounces back in. So that's a live ball.
Yep.
No fan interference. So now the plate. Here's what I got. He never had contact with the ball. Now does he make contact? Yes, his foot hits the plate. He never had contact. You're absolutely right, Don.
Got no ball. Now a challenge is taking place, but I believe it's from the Padres on the home run. So it is 5-4 right now, but the Padres are challenging the play at the fence. The top of the wall. Now my question is, I know the play in right field is if it lands on top of the wall in right field, it's gone. Is it the same in left field? Where if it lands on top of the fence like that, that it is gone? That's the question.
Glove. Right angle of the padding of the wall bouncing back into play. Did that ball, and this is just a question, did that ball hit that kid's hand, his fingers? I'm wondering if that ball kind of changed direction a little bit. Might not be the case, just because I saw that kid's hand there and wondering if the ball actually made contact with his bare hand.
And it is a double, not gone. So 5-4 the score. And a double for Freddie Galvis, who picks up an RBI on the play. A Butcher to the mound.
No, that's a very catchable ball for John Jay. He was inches away from catching that ball. That ball drew leather. Good effort by the Diamondback left fielder.
Carlos Asuaje coming up here. One down in the inning still. For 4 in his career against Archie Bradley. They shift on him again in the infield on the right side to the Diamondbacks. Swing and a miss for strike one for Suaje. He's grounded to short, lined out to third, and last time up walked. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Tying run in scoring position at second base in Freddie Galvis, with one down here in the eighth. Very high, and hopping up out of the crouch was John Ryan Murphy. Keep that from the backstop. Jay Ellis on deck. He's had another good day today. Fouled back, and it hangs at 1-2.
Well, he was on that 96, but just working underneath it a little bit. Maybe he's got him set up for that Archie Bradley curveball. And if it's in the dirt, heads up at second base, Freddie Galvis to take that 90 feet.
Two and two.
Off with the fastball location this inning a little bit there for Archie Bradley.
Andrew Chafin in the pen right now for the Diamondbacks. 2-2. And that is very high. Another fastball. 97 that is off the mark. Payoff pitch to Suaje. And it's fouled back again. The battle continues. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Five runs, 9 hits, no errors for Arizona. 4 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Padres. Making some noise here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Suaje strikes out and after that high fastball. 2 down in the 8th inning. First strikeout for Archie Bradley.
Just couldn't lay off that high heater. He's thrown a lot of high fastballs. This one's just above the belt buckle, in between that Padres on the chest and that belt of a Suaje for the swing and miss.
Galvis at second base, 2 down in the inning, and A.J. Ellis on aboard 3 times today. A double, a walk, and a single. Picked up an RBI in the single in the 6th inning. Almost got hit on a pitch in. Fastball in that has been on the wild side for Archie Bradley. Renfroe has come out on deck for the pitcher's spot. We're bat for Robert Stock. If we get that far, there are 2 outs here in the 8th. There is Renfroe. Two 2-0. Galvis at second, a run in. Padres within a run. After the fastball can't catch up, 2-1. It's the 20th pitch of the inning for Archie Bradley, who took over to start things here in the 8th. High and tight, 3-1. The Bellows Diamondbacks have won the first 2 games of the series. Enjoy a 5-4 lead here in the 8th, but being challenged by the Padres in the bottom of the 8th inning. Foul back, full count. Tying run at second base in Freddie Galvis, who gets his walking lead. Ellis strikes out looking to end the inning, but a double will get the Padres within a run. Off the wall in left field, off the bat of Freddie Galvis, that scores Christian Villanueva from first base. That makes this a 1-run game. So close to getting out of here. 5-4. Game, and it's Trevor Hoffman.
And why not? Number 51 today, being inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. 601 saves. Number 51 retired here at Petco Park. Sit back and enjoy as we take a look at Trevor Hoffman.
Well, it's on to the 9th inning in a 1-run game, and AJL is still talking to the home plate umpire Brian Knight about the 3rd strike call that ended last inning. Daniel Descalso is going to pinch it here against the new Padres pitcher Phil Maton into the game. So new pitcher and new hitter. Maton's 26th appearance.
Phil pitched last night, took the loss. 3rd of an inning. Gave up a couple runs, walked one Diamondback, and gave up a hit.
Check swing. Did he go? They check. No, he did not. Says Alfonso Marquez, the 3rd base umpire and crew chief. Maton taking over for Robert Stock, who in 2 innings giving up 2 hits, no runs. Didn't walk anybody and struck out a batter. Swinging a foul tip, evens the count at 2-2. Full count now. Joey Lucchese on the hook in this game. Gave up the 5 runs that the Diamondbacks have. They're at 4 1/3 innings. Jordan Lyles an inning and 2/3 of shutout pitching. Robert Stock 2 innings of shutout pitching. And now Phil Maton on for the 9th. Popped up right around the mound. They're coming from the left side, and it'll be Villanueva, third baseman, who makes the grab almost behind the mound. So the pinch hitter Descalso retired.
Hey, nice job again by Robert Stock. 2 stanzas, couple of hits. Struck out 1 Diamondback.
Now 1 down here in the 9th inning. And here is John Jay to bat for the 2nd time in the game. Pinch hit in the 6th inning and struck out. That was a big spot in the game. Runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 outs, and had a chance to add on to the Diamondbacks lead, but struck out. Jordan Lyles getting him back in the 6th inning. Pitch in and a pitch up and away, and it's 2-0. There's a strike, 2-1 for Maton. Evens up at 2-2. Foul tip. Maton working back-to-back days, and this one popped up foul off to the left out of play. Ketel Marte waiting on deck. He'll be next with 1 down here in the 9th inning. Full count now. Nobody warming in the Padres pen. Maton has the 9th. Grounded back towards the mound. Maton will field and flip to first base underhanded for out number 2. 2 down in the 9th inning, and it's time to revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego Honda dealers.
We were focusing on Trevor Hoffman today. Ring Buchholz's bell. Well, he went 5 2/3, gave up 3 earned runs, punched out 7 in. Make like Trevor in the 9th. And the Padres are going to have to hold them here and then win it walk-off style in the bottom of the 9th. So stay tuned to that one. If you're watching the replay, you're not going to believe what's going to happen.
Strike into Ketel Marte. Marte walked in the 1st, walked in the 3rd. Fly to right in the 5th, grounded back to the mound in the 7th inning. Fastball by him, 0-2.
That 91's kind of sneaky, isn't it, for Maton?
That's a lively late life. Two. There's popped up foul down the left field line. That'll get out of play into the seats. Brad Boxberger, the former Padre closer for the Diamondbacks, getting ready for the bottom of the 9th inning. They're dealing with a pinch hitter, and then Jankowski and Margot. Scheduled batters in the bottom of the 9th inning. Maton trying to keep this a 1-run game. Fly ball, foul again. Diamondbacks be headed home after the game. Padres staying home after the game and welcoming the San Francisco Giants tomorrow night. Strike 3 call. Maton strikes out Marte. 1-2-3 9th inning. To the bottom of the 9th. 5-4 D-backs. Brad Boxberger coming in here for Arizona. Last time he worked was against the Chicago Cubs, and Anthony Rizzo walked it off in Chicago. So that fresh in his mind as he heads here into the bottom of the 9th inning with a 1-run lead as they celebrated at Wrigley Field.
Anthony Rizzo connecting on that Brad Boxberger changeup. He's got the fastball and the changeup. That and it's only fitting, right? Today we talk about Trevor Hoffman, his changeup. Brad Boxberger also with that pitch, but Rizzo connected. He has 24 for 29 in save chances. Opponent's only hitting 198 off the right-hander. 52 punchies in 37 2/3 innings of work. And pretty good splits, righties and lefties alike for Brad Boxberger, the USC Trojan.
Renfroe is going to be the pinch hitter that he deals with to begin the bottom of the 9th inning. Seven home runs on the year, 26 RBIs, the .234 batting average for Hunter Renfroe. Padres need a run to tie it up. Take strike 1. Renfroe so far as a pinch hitter has 2 home runs this year. On a strike now to Renfroe. Jankowski, then Margot. Anybody gets on and Myers will have a chance. There's Travis Jankowski waiting on deck here in the 9th inning. Strike 2.
Now once again, Boxberger does not light up the radar gun. His fastball is going to be 91-ish, 92. It's that changeup that's the equalizer. There it is right there.
Wow, pretty good pitch.
Yes, it was.
2-2. Would have been called strike 3. Another foul beyond the Diamondbacks dugout. Ball 3, full count. Renfroe leading it off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Payoff pitch coming from Brad Boxberger. Popped up down the right field line. Goldschmidt running as far as he can, but he won't have a play.
Wow, that's a long run for Boxberger. For Goldschmidt. That would have been a heck of a run for Boxberger if he could make that play.
Really far?
Yeah, he'd be really fast too. I mean, look at Boxberger. No, I apologize. That's Goldschmidt. That's a long run. With the way Souza was playing over towards the right center field gap, gave it the old college try.
Payoff pitch coming up again to Renfroe. And Hunter goes around and strikes out for the first out of the 9th inning.
And it's one of those that out of the hand looks so inviting, and then you commit with that swing, and then you want to hold up, but by the time you get through, that's a full swing, and that's a strikeout. The four-seamer up and in.
One down here in the 9th inning. And it brings up Travis Jankowski, 0 for 4 today from the top spot of the Padres order. Struck out and grounded out 3 times. Two and 0. In there for a strike, 2-1. And Will Margot on deck as Jankowski fouls it back, and the count evens at 2-2. Boxberger, the closer, taking over for Archie Bradley, who did surrender a run in the 8th inning. Got a couple of back-to-back big strikeouts, getting Swahe and Ellis with a tying run at second base. Boxberger in search of his 25th save of the year. Third in that category in the National League behind Jansen and Davis. 2-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss as Jankowski down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Boxberger, 2 down. Well, time now for the Bill Howe plays of the game. Paul Goldschmidt with a 2-run home run. Home run for Pollock. And a 2-run shot for Nick Ahmed. 3 home runs today for the Diamondbacks. A 5-4 lead with 2 down in the 9th inning. Manuel Margot, the batter. Takes strike 1. This time it's called a strike. Margot with a 1 for 4 day today. Single to right back in the 3rd inning. Extended his hitting streak to 10 games. Oh, and 2. Two down in the 9th inning. 0-2 the count to Manuel Margot. Ball 1-2. Buchholz, a pitcher of record today for the Diamondbacks, went 5 2/3. 3 runs through 92 pitches.
On the ground, but to the second baseman, Marte. His throw to first in time. And that ends the ball game as the Arizona Diamondbacks come into Petco Park and sweep the Padres in a 3-game series. The final again today, the Diamondbacks 5, the Padres 4. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?
Trevor Hoffman, that's what's in store, guys. Got to stick around for this. You're going to hear his induction speech, and you're going to hear from him as he speaks with our Mark Sweeney about what it was like after the fact, plus Tony Gwynn Jr. weighs in. All that and more in moments.